As Tucker raced out the door, I grabbed him. Hang on. I quickly turned him around and snapped a photo with my phone. Oh, I've heard of that, Amanda said. Take a photo of the kid every time he leaves the house, right? So you know exactly what he's wearing and stuff if he goes missing. Yep, exactly, I said. It was a lie. But I couldn't tell her the truth. I had hundreds of photos of Tucker on my phone, standing by the door. Different outfits, smiling, not smiling, some blurry. I never skipped taking the photo. Never. A half hour later, I heard Tucker at the door. Mom, excuse me, I said to Amanda, getting up. I pulled out the photo from today on my phone, then I looked through the peephole. Slowly, I did a one-by-one comparison. Hair, shirt, wrists, watch or no, pants, socks, shoes. My hand went for the lock. Wait, no. In the photo, Tucker's hair had been parted on the right. I looked back out the peephole. His hair was parted on the left. Shit, I muttered. I called Tucker's phone. Where are you? At Adrian's house. We're playing on his new Nintendo. I pocketed the phone, looked back out the peephole. The porch was empty. Heart pounding, I went back over to the table where Amanda sat. She looked at me expectantly. He just needed to ask me something, I said. An hour later, Amanda was gone, and I got out my laptop and got to work. But 10 minutes later, the melodic chime of the doorbell sounded. Tucker was standing on the porch. I pulled out my phone again. Hair, shirt, wrists, pants, socks, shoes. My eyes went back and forth between the photo and the peephole. His hair was parted right this time. I almost opened the door. But then I realized his socks were green instead of blue. I walked away and went back to the desk, blowing out a breath. I got back to work. They always got one thing wrong. It was never a perfect copy. A half hour later, the doorbell rang again. I went to the peephole, but I could already tell it was the real Tucker. Hair, shirt, wrists, pants, socks, shoes, they all matched. I called his cell. Watched him pick it up from his pocket. That's you, right? I said into the phone. A crackle of static burst through the speakers. What? Tucker leaned towards the peephole. His face twisted into a horrible grin. Wide blue eyes stared into me. He opened his mouth as if screaming, and a burst of static came through the phone. That's when I realized he had all his teeth. But Tucker was missing his right incisor. For every picture going